cacti, echoes of the past. Winter's chill slips into the attic, each gust a reminder of the cold that mirrors my soul. Amidst dusty boxes and forgotten items, I unearth fragments of a life once shared. The scent of cedar and candle wax lingers, mingling with the sharp tang of mothballs, enveloping me in memory. My fingers trace old leather albums, each page a silent witness to our past. Loneliness gnaws at my heart like frost clinging to branches. Silence dominates, broken only by the faint creak of beams above. Suddenly, the echo of a hymn from the nearby church drifts in. Be still, my soul, its melody wraps around my grief, coaxing a release I didn't realize I was holding. I sit amidst the boxes, emotion overwhelming. Lord of mercy, I whisper, my voice trembling. How do I move forward without him? Tears spring forth hot against my chilled cheeks, falling unchecked. In this raw prayer I lay my heart bare, echoing the psalmist's cry for hope, trusting in a divine promise whispered through the ages. This moment of prayer is a delicate bridge between sorrow and future hope. An unexpected visitor descending from the attic, the doorbell rings, punctuating the stillness. At the door is Martha, my neighbor, with cheeks red from the cold. Her eyes hold kindness I've cautiously avoided since his passing. I was just baking, she says, offering a loaf. The aroma of cinnamon and warm bread envelops me. Grateful, I invite her in, house expanding with her presence over teacup steam, reminding us of warmth. We share stories of gardens and grandchildren. Her laughter is a balm against the silence dominating my home. As she leaves, her warmth lingers like the fragrance of her bread, a whisper of life beyond grief. That evening I approach my dusty Bible, forgotten now, an invitation. Holy One, I murmur, help me see the path you've set. Even when I can't see my footing in the stillness, a divine nudge as subtle as dawnlight urges me toward community. Warmth begins to thaw the long-held shadows in my heart, a deliberate renewal from within. I close my eyes, letting this prayer breathe potential into corners gripped by grief. Embracing new beginnings, the church buzzes with spring fair preparations, alive with conversation and laughter symphony. Hesitant, I stand at the threshold, observing life continues, unfazed by my shadows. Today, emboldened by prayer, I step into this vibrant community tapestry. Softened, my endurance becomes love, flexing defiantly against fears holding me back. Spotting Martha amidst the crowd, busy organizing crafts, her face lights up. You came, she exclaims, her joy contagious. We fold together, our laughter mingling with the bright sounds. Each interaction breathes life into spaces where grief had lingered. As the church bell tolls, a familiar hymn rises, entwined with the warmth of fellowship. In this shared space, God's presence feels tangible, a gentle spring breeze through open windows. Step forward, guide me in weaving my life with others, that I might reflect your love through community. In each step, may your presence be my guiding light. Amen. Amen.
Act I, the gathering storm. The salty air weighed heavily over the fishing village, a foreboding presence heralding the coming tempest. Dusk stretched its long shadows over the cobblestone paths, presenting the village in a chiaroscuro of light and dark. As ghostly fingers reached through the dim twilight, humble cottages, their windows aglow with the warm orange hues of hearth fires, stood resolute against the chill of the sea breeze that spoke in whispers of storms, both past and those yet to come. Atop the hill, the village chapel, a modest sanctuary with its peeling white paint reminiscent of forgotten seashells, reached skyward. Its belfry, a vigilant sentinel, overlooked the restless sea, the structure a steadfast beacon of hope anchoring souls against life's turbulent waters.
Inside the chapel thronged with villagers, their voices a low hum beneath the old rafters, reminiscent of leaves rustling softly in a dense forest. Anticipation thickened the air as dusk deepened, whispering on the wings of an evening alive with possibilities. A storm brewed in the skies, and in their hearts Matthias, the village elder and a man of deep faith, peered out through the chapel window at the steel gray sea, its surface mirroring the cloud-laden sky above. His heart ached with the familiar heaviness, a father's worry for his long-lost son, Daniel. Lord of mercy, Matthias whispered, sun-worn hands clasped in prayer over the simple offering of bread and salt before him. Protect us from the storm outside and within, bring him back to us, I pray. His plea, though soft, was steadfast, brimming with the unyielding love of a father. The chapel's air, a blend of damp earth, aged wood, and unshed tears, carried Matthias' supplication heavenward, buoyed by faith in the enduring depths of desperation.
Outside, the wind howled with a ferocity that shook the very bones of the village, rattling windows and causing the chapel doors to tremble. As if echoing some ancient lament amid the tempest, Daniel trudged homeward, his coat sodden and heavy with relentless sea spray. He had left the village in a fury, chasing dreams that crumbled beneath his feet like fragile sand castles. Leaving him worn and disillusioned, each step towards the chapel felt like an act of contrition, a powerful return to the hearth he had once forsaken. Within the chapel, the villagers turned, eyes aglow with a mingling of surprise and profound relief. As the heavy chapel door creaked open, its sound resonant like a whispered promise, Daniel stood framed by twilight, hardship and regret starkly etched upon his face, the weight of his journey visibly borne on his weary shoulders. As he crossed the threshold, the chapel's warmth enveloped him, a blessing and a balm for his battered spirit.
Father, he began, his voice thick with emotion, as he knelt before Matthias. Forgive me, I have lost my way. His words, a raw confession, reached out for absolution from his lifelong guide and shepherd.
Matthias, tears brimming in his eyes, placed a calloused hand upon his son's shoulder, the touch a manifestation of love and unwavering acceptance. The shepherd of my soul hears every plea, he murmured softly, drawing Daniel into a forgiving embrace. You are home.
Together they knelt in silent prayer, surrendering their burdens and finding restoration, their hearts beating in unison with the newfound peace. It was as if the Holy One spoke into the storm, calming their spirits with an outpouring of renewal and grace. A new dawn, new dawn. The storm's fury continued to rage, but within the chapel's hallowed walls, peace reigned supreme. Morning broke with the storm clouds parting to unveil a world kissed by the sun, washed clean and glistening with the promise of new beginnings. Villagers gathered once more, hearts buoyed by the scent of fresh bread, mingling with the crisp and vibrant air, a testament to resilience and unbreakable community bonds.
At the altar, Matthias stood firm, his voice steady as he led a litany of thanksgiving. Behold, I make all things new. He declared, his words an echo of the divine promise that had carried them all through the enveloping darkness. His voice became a beacon, calling all gathered to witness grace's unfolding majesty. Beside him Daniel stood, his past burdens lifted by grace, the shadows of his journey transformed into a tapestry of wisdom. With each prayerful word spoken, he felt life's newness unfurl within him, assured now that God had made him whole again. Lessons from his journey and the community's warm embrace turned his heart toward redemption, rendering him a living testament to the transformative power of faith and love.
Holy One, who calms the storm. cold in winter. Acti, shadows of need. The classroom buzzes with youthful chatter, a symphony of laughter and secrets. Each voice carries a piece of a story, a thread in life's tapestry. I steady my hand on the chalkboard, feeling its resistance as the chalk snaps, much like my own spirit on the brink of breaking. The sun dips behind the horizon, its golden hue casting long shadows across the floor, brushing the faded walls with twilight's touch. The heater's hum is a feudal guardian against the cold seeping through the building, wrapping around me as my gaze finds Lena in the corner, her coat worn thin, whispers of prayers I utter nightly, yearning for hope amid frayed dreams. The bell tolls, dispersing the crowd into silence. The classroom, once alive, now rests in peaceful stillness. I linger in this sacred pause, touching my forehead to the cool slate, whispering, Lord of mercy, guide my steps. Show me how to help, I feel so small. The walls absorb my plea, the air holding its breath within me. An answer resonates, clothe the cold. It ignites a candle within, a flicker of hope in the threatening shadows. Dogs claims the world, shadows tracing the tile floor's lines. Mysteries only night deciphers. I leave the door ajar, a silent invitation to those seeking sanctuary. From my bag, I extract a sandwich wrapped in wax paper and a polished apple, humble offerings of sustenance and love. Each act, an unspoken prayer, plants seeds of kindness at Lena's desk. Holy Shepherd, I whisper into the room's quiet sanctuary. Bless this child. May she find comfort in unexpected places. Silence envelops me, broken only by the wind's whispers against the panes. The mingled sense of chalk and evening meals stir memories of warmth, family and hope. The turning, as I gather my things to leave. The door nudges open, barely a sigh. Lena steps in, cheeks kissed by the cold eyes searching. She spots the meal in her desk, her fingers brushing the apple's smooth surface. Surprise blooms in her smile, a fragile hope in her winter world. She glances my way, her eyes echoing my unspoken prayer. In the stillness, I offer another prayer, a thread of courage cast into the void. Lord, make me brave enough to love as you love. Her silent gratitude speaks volumes as she clutches the apple like the sun itself. In this shared moment, I understand the power of compassion, a love lived through action, touch and exchange, a warmth and understanding. This moment ignites a desire to do more, to be more, to reveal God's love's invisible threads. Light in the cold, the walk home is crisp, each breath a visible cloud, each step a whisper against the night's chill. Yet within me burns a lightness, a clarity guiding me home, illuminating my path like street lamps awaken along the road. I resolve that tomorrow will herald a call to action. I'll gather the students, uniting them in a project of heart, a coat collection for those like Lena, needing warmth and assurance they are not alone. Our prayers will unite, our actions testify to a shared vision of love woven into our lives. The lingering echo of God's voice, clothe the cold, reassures me. His presence is in each gesture, each coat given, each life touched by kindness. Holy One, guide my heart to see your children in need. Grant me courage to act, to share warmth in cold times. May your love be my constant counsel. May my life honor your call. Shelter those who shiver, cloak them in your grace and peace. Breaking the yoke, a story of justice. Acti, the weight of injustice. The emergency room buzzes with chaos and urgency, an orchestra of anxious voices under harsh fluorescent lights. Phones ring endlessly amid the soft hum of medical machines. Monitors beep and a spectrum of coded lights blinks like a distorted symphony. I, the ER receptionist, I'm a solitary figure behind the glass, hands trembling around a styrofoam cup of cold, weak coffee. Its bitter taste lingers, as lukewarm as the hope I find myself clinging to. Each exhalation briefly fogs the partition, hinting at the frosty world outside. The winter wind echoing inside with every nerve-wracking draft that sneaks through the automatic doors. Beneath the everyday clamor, I sense an unsettling truth. Injustice lurks in the seams of this place. Patients' names blur in a river of need, an unstoppable tide carrying away the injured and desperate, each slipping like leaves on an autumn breeze. Some spent hours waiting, others clutch wrinkled paperwork, eyes dim with fatigue. I am weighed down by the forgotten faces, their untold stories pressing on my conscience like the bite of December cold. Desperate, I close my eyes, whispering a prayer into the busy room. Lord of mercy, I breathe, words barely audible amid the intensity. See them, even when I fail. Remember those forgotten, shepherd their souls, for you know each name. The prayer forms a fragile anchor in my chest, warming the icy corners of despair. Though solace doesn't come immediately, only the rawness of feeling inadequate hangs close. My heart aches with each unanswered call for help, yet I trust that my quiet supplication will rise above the din, reaching ears tuned to the cries of the oppressed. Earlier, a shift occurred, an intangible tremor like an echo of a distant quake, as though the room itself sighed with the burden it bore. I met Maria, a young woman marked by silent battles, her presence speaking volumes where her lips could not, shadows veiled her eyes. Her story written in the lines of fatigue tracing her face, her pain resonated with me, yet the demands of the day tore me away before I could offer more than a nod of acknowledgement, a feeble bridge of empathy. Now Maria's image lingers, an insistent tug on my conscience, a whisper amid the chaos. Her presence remains a gentle reminder of patience and resilience. Printed on my thoughts, the noiseless clamor of her unspoken plea agitates my soul. I know I must act, but fear grips me, trapping me within my limitations like chains forged from doubt. Once more I bow my head, hands clenched in prayer, seeking refuge. Holy One, speak in the silence. Show me a path to justice for Maria. Give me courage to break chains, to be more than a voice behind glass. The air pauses, hanging thick with expectancy, as if God leans in to listen. Then softly, clearly, an impression forms in my heart. See her. These words resonate deeply, expanding like ripples across the still waters of my spirit, urging me forward with a grace I barely comprehend. The courage to act buoyed by divine whisper, I rise purposefully like a key turning to unlock trapped potential. I find Maria, waiting, small and unassuming amid the sterile seats, a figure etched in quiet perseverance. Her eyes meet mine, searching for a lifeline, a beacon in her storm. Her vulnerability and strength are entwined, each bolster in the other, and I am moved to respond. Maria, I softly call, my tone the promise of summer's breeze amidst the harsh winter night. She meets my gaze and I see beyond duty, a fervent desire to break the yoke binding her, to turn silence into action. Her story unfolds haltingly, the words heavy with the weight of injustice that has stifled her spirit. Together, we talk quietly amid the din, a lifeline amid the tempest. I learn of the injustice entangling her, a web needing careful unraveling. She speaks of battles fought in shadows, of rights denied and voices silenced. With renewed resolve, I reach out, connecting her to those who offer legal help and shelter. An extending network of grace, each act is a step of faith, divine whispers transforming into action. The faces of advocates light up with compassion as I explain Maria's plight, and slowly but surely, the wheels of justice begin to turn for her. Holy Shepherd, keeper of every soul forgotten by the world, guide us to act with compassion and justice. Let us be your hands to lift up the burdened, your voice to break the silence of injustice. In your name we seek truth and light. Amen. Amen. hues across the city. The air was thick with smoke's acrid scent, clinging like an unwelcome memory. Ash floated down like blackened snow, whispering silent eulogies for all that was lost. Jake stood before the charred ruins of the house, his jacket heavy with loss, his skeletal remains of what had once been a home stood stark against the fiery sky, each beam a testament to resilience and ruin. In his pocket he held a child's drawing, its vibrant colors a fragile symbol of hope amidst the destruction. Kneeling on the ashen ground, Jake felt guilt and helplessness, each heartbeat questioning why he survived when others hadn't. The charred earth scorched beneath his knees, a tactile reminder of the inferno's wrath. Clutching the drawing to his chest, he whispered with a voice broken yet hopeful, Lord of mercy, why was I spared? I did all I could, yet it feels like it's never enough. A tear traced his soot-smeared face, mingling with dirt and grief to blend sacred with broken. The evening breeze, gentle as a friend's touch, seemed to remind him of grace amidst his doubts, a soft caress that whispered of divine presence. Days passed like chapters. Jake was reluctant to read each new dawn, a reminder of the night that had scorched their world. Though the fires were out, an inner conflagration lingered within him, smoldering with unresolved sorrow and questions. Rachel, his wife, watched him with loving patience, her presence a comforting balm. Her fingers traced a brass lamp, its steady glow a testament to endurance amidst their shadows. For Jake, its light was a beacon amidst his internal tempest, a silent companion in the midnight hours when sleep eluded him. One evening, as dusk deepened and shadows gathered, Jake stood at the window, lost in thoughts. The skyline, once vibrant with life, was now ghostly and still, an echo of what used to be. He felt restless, seeking solace in a world turned upside down. The child's drawing on the wall stood out, a splash of color in his grayscale mind, a reminder of innocence and dreams. Shepherd of my soul, Jake prayed, the lamp casting gentle patterns that danced across the walls like whispers of peace. Guide me through this darkness, help me release this burden. His words were a surrender, a release of his heart's tight grip as he laid down his anxieties at the feet of the one who holds all answers. In the ensuing silence, God's presence comforted him, a divine whisper tenderly chosen to carry the light through darkness. His spirit calmed the storm within him, subsiding to a peaceful hush. Courage in you with clarity from prayer. Jake sought out families affected by the fire. He knocked on doors, each step humbling and empowering, with the act of reaching out as healing as it was daunting. Listening to their stories and sharing grief became a shared mosaic of resilience, each piece a testament to the human spirit. Through their stories he found his heart mending, as if divine threads sewed his spirit together, repairing the unseen tears. During that healing week, Jake sat with the young girl, the artist of the drawing. Her dreams of becoming a painter sparkled in her eyes, undimmed by the smoke. Her joy a burst of light that pierced his darkness. In her innocence, Jake saw God's enduring promise, a reflection of hope and creation that soothed his weary soul. You're like a hero, she declared playfully, her words a crown on his weary head, an acolyte he felt he did not deserve. Jake smiled gently, softening the worry lines etched into his face. No, he said, I'm just a man who prays. His response was simple, a testament to the power of faith and humility. Twilight's blessing under the amber dust whispered in a mountain road wound under the pale dawn, winter holding tightly, yet whispering of spring beneath the frost. Ellie moved along the path, clutching a crumpled, unsent letter intended for her estranged father, a plea for reconciliation. Her steps crunched the leaves, echoing her inner turmoil amidst the silence. Ellie knelt on cold stone at the summit, the letter held to her heart. Lord of mercy, she whispered, her breath melding with the morning air. I'm lost, and I can't do this alone. I need your guidance. Her prayer, a thread of faith, rose silently, seeking transformation and peace. In the silence, she felt a gentle nudge in her soul, a promise of renewal, like the first bud pushing through frost. The burden she carried lightened, shared by unseen hands. A flicker of hope ignited. A distant call, returning home. Morning light softened the world, lightening Ellie's heart despite the letter's weight in her pocket. Back in her kitchen, the lamps glow, underskirt the divine whispers from the mountain. She tried again, pen trembling over a fresh page. Father, she wrote, I've missed you. I want to mend the broken pieces. Her words built a bridge over their divide. Tears blurred her vision, but she continued. She prayed, surrendering her worries. Shepherd of my soul, grant me courage and peace. Help me bridge the distance between us. The courage to act, the letter and headed to the post office. The air had slightly warmed, a promise of life in the breeze. Each step was guided by her shepherd towards a hopeful touch. At the post office she hesitated, the letter tied in her grip. Her father's distant image loomed as unyielding as the mountain, steadying her courage. A gentle conviction enveloped her, warming her spirit. I am with you always, echoed in her soul, a sacred reminder of divine presence. Resolved, she handed the letter to the clerk, watching it join others, a symbolic act, marking both an end and a beginning. She exhaled deeply, feeling liberation wash over her. Ellie emerged into sunlight, inhaling hope. The uncertain path ahead was now interwoven with healing, faith and newfound courage. The world, vast and inviting, seemed ready to welcome. Holy One, in my moments of doubt and fear, be my guiding light. Grant me strength to seek reconciliation and wisdom to act with love. May your peace be the compass of my soul, leading me towards the dawn of new beginnings with grace. Amen. dormant rain and forgotten songs. The city lay under an ethereal mist, the neon lights flickering against the relentless downpour. Streets glistened under streetlights, disrupted by raindrops dancing on the pavement, their delicate circles merging into the night's obscurity. At a lonely bus stop, Marcus stood, burdened by a year of turmoil and grief. His soaked coat clung to him as he shielded his phone, watching time pass by. Cars sped by, their tires cutting through puddles, spraying water onto the sidewalk. Each splash mirrored as a drift state, far from solid ground. In solitude, Marcus's thoughts drifted to simpler times with his grandmother's voice, filling their home with the melody of an ancient song, framed by the rain's cold embrace. Marcus could almost hear her whisper, "In your darkness, the shepherd walks beside you, drawn by a pull beyond understanding." Marcus looked to the heavens, the rain pouring for the first time in months. He whispered a sincere prayer, "Lord of mercy, if you're out there, show me the way." The bus emerged, its headlights carving a path Marcus boarded, the warmth contrasting the chill in his bones. He noticed an older man humming the psalm his grandmother sang. The tune entangled him with memories of simpler days. Marcus missed his stop, finding himself in a part of the city he hadn't seen in years. Guided by an unseen hand, he wandered through familiar streets, arriving at his old home. In the cracked stairwell, he confronted buried truths, wounds from his estranged father. In this place, Marcus felt unexpected peace, as though embraced by a gentle presence. Seated on worn steps, a quiet determination settled over him, and he prayed, "Holy One, grant me the strength to forgive. Let purpose grow through this pain." Dawn of new beginnings, 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 night unfolded in whispers, serene and still. With dawn came rebirth, the sky unfurling in hues of rose and gold, the light gently caressing the cityscape. The morning air, cool and invigorating, carried the scent of rain and whispers of new beginnings. Marcus felt his resolve blossom within, light and firm as the world awakened around him. Each step to the bus stop released burdens, the air pulsing with divine presence, a quiet assurance he was not alone. The shepherd walking with him like a river of light, anchoring his soul as he whispered a prayer for strength. His resolve solidified. Lord, guide me to build bridges of love and understanding. When his father opened the door, surprise mixed with a glimmer of hope, reflecting the peace within Marcus. Lord of new beginnings, 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 Dawn of new beginnings, dawn of new beginnings, dawn of new beginnings, dawn in you. Lord of new beginnings, guide my steps on the path of reconciliation. Let your love heal our wounds, and your light illuminate our way forward in your grace. May